No matter where we face, we must face the moment of truth, baby.
Graphics. I never really paid much attention to graphics, and what I mean by that is I will play a game that looks like shit, and if it's fun, that's all that matters to me. If it's fun, it looks great, that's fucking cool too, you know, this is just a bonus. But what can I say is, I'm really new to PC gaming, and as I've just started in 2015, and this game having come out in 2012, and me now playing it in 2016, I think it looks fucking awesome, and it holds up. I didn't really have any problems. I cured a few frame rate drops and when she got crazy on the screen, but no big deal breaker by any means. It really gave me like a Dreamcast vibe, you know, and I don't know if that makes sense, but it's not a bad thing at all. All in all, to me, the game looked awesome and played awesome. Gameplay. Now, the best way I can describe this game is, like I said before, Gears of War. Plain and simple. It is a quad-based third-person shooter with a cover system. What I feel this game really had going for it, that is in binary domain, you don't shoot a single living thing. No aliens, no monsters, no demons coming from hell, no zombies, etc., etc. You shoot robots and only robots, and man, is it ever satisfying to shoot these things with an assault rifle and tear up their legs and make them drop to the fucking floor, or shoot off their heads and make them lose their sense of who's who and turn on the robot brothers. Taking down a robot to see it's not done yet and crawling up to you and grabbing your legs. Taking on much bigger robots to have to shoot off their armor and hit up a lip core inside to shut it down with a particular part of that robot shown. From walking targets to blast away to bigger robots with heavy firepower that you really need to make sure your ass is fucking behind cover or they're going to fucking take you down. To fucking ninja robots, yes, ninja robots, and you know, honestly, they were all really fucking fun to shoot. This game is very much linear, and you're set on a set path, find some cover, pop out, take enemies. It sounds repetitive, but it never got old. Never, not once. What did get old to me in this game, although it was joking a lot, really, it took its story very serious, and I really wanted to just shoot fucking robots in the face, and sometimes I would have to wait up to 5, 10, sometimes 20 minutes for this game to get a story out. Well, when all I wanted to do was just fucking shoot robots. It would break up the usual groundwork of shooting the basic enemies, boss fights with bigger robots, which sometimes were pretty clever, or at least a really good distraction. Some bigger robots, you needed to jump off a tall building and shoot a sweet spot while also trying to maintain your balance. Some you had to use a crane to knock it down. Some that had a sweet spot move around its body, which happened to track it down and shoot it to do damage. And some of the sweet spots lit up on its arms and legs for you to take it down one appendage at a time. Each character had, you know, their own weapon, their own main gun. You can't switch it out. But they all had one slot that you could switch out with another weapon, like a shotgun, assault rifle, SMG, RPG, sniper rifle, you know, the usual. You do get a pistol that never runs out of ammo, but I think I ended up using it like twice the whole game because I actually did run out of ammo when I needed to use it. There are also grenades, blast, smoke, EMP, you know, the usual. In the same way Gears of War though, they're not a quick button to throw it out and knock out somebody real quick. You have to actually select it, which is nice. You can kind of aim it towards them and know where it's going to land, so you know who you're taking out and where it's going to take out anybody else. When you kill enemies, you get points that translate to money. You can use this money to level up your character, your main weapons, along with, you know, with your crew's weapons and their crew perks, etc., etc. You can do this all at various terminals that pop up through the main campaign. Even though you don't play them, you can level up their guns and health, etc., etc. I would totally advise you to work on leveling up yourself, as it is completely out of your control sometimes who your team members are, and towards the end of the game you definitely can't use some of your partners, so it's basically a waste of your hard-earned cash. Leveling up your main gun when you start to get it up a few levels, it's quite obvious that it's more powerful, so I would suggest you doing this more than anything. You can also get this money to purchase ammo, first aid packs, weapons, and different grenades. There is also ammo later on each level, so you don't have to always go around and buy ammo. I needed to do this maybe a total of 4, maybe 5, maybe 6 times, but there was usually plenty of it laying around where I didn't need to do so. The level of difficulty in this game went from so fun to, oh my god, this is so stupid and hard for no reason. So you have to usually stay out of the line of fire for a few seconds and recover. But if you get hit a few times too consecutively, you'll go down. When this happens, you can use a med pack, or you can have one of your teammates heal you. This doesn't happen very often, and if you've played like any other video game in your entire life, you're good. But when it does happen, it's usually during a boss fight, where you get knocked down like every 8 seconds. And when you call for your teammates, they're just gonna get knocked down coming to your rescue, so it's usually best for them to heal you when shit's pretty mellow, and when shit gets too crazy, just heal yourself and get back up and get to work. You can also heal your teammates when they go down, but I never not once wasted a med pack on them. It's usually to get back up on their own. Speaking of your teammates, they're pretty useless. You will do most of the work on your own, which I had no problem with. The more robots for me to shoot meant I was having more fun. So the other selling point of this game was supposed to be like a mic chat with your partners, your AI partners, etc. They would ask you something or have a conversation with you, and you have to choose a response into the mic and say it like you're having a conversation with them, but like you really don't want to. It's really awkward and weird. But anyway, I turned mine off and used the button to pick my response like a Mass Effect or Skyrim. But your partners would ask you the most random things. And they would ask you at the most stupid of times, or ask you the most random of questions, the most random of times. And oh, trust me, you can't skip it either. You just have to endure it. And here's a few examples.
Definitely hit it the right way. Be out of this place soon. And then time for the main event. You ready to party? Feels good to be working together again. Hard to believe we're both still alive after all this time.
Back in my school days, I used to sit out on cafe terraces like this with a good book and read all day. How about you, Dan? Do you like to read? Yeah, I should have guessed. You should try. Might expand your horizons.
I don't know who thought this was a good idea. Anyway, you take the good with the bad. All in all, Binary Domain was a really good and fun game. Sure, it has frustrating moments, but those were so drowned out by all the fun I had shooting robots in the face, taking out giant mechs with an RPG gun, stomping destroyed robots on the floor with the butt of my gun. Like I said, I picked up this game for $3.80, something like that on Steam, and I would gladly pay $20 for this. It was fun, with B-grade sci-fi, corny acting, all set up in a Terminator-type war, and I loved it. My recommendation for this game is fucking play it. It's roughly around 8 to 10 hours, and if you're looking for something away from the shooting aliens and zombies that are just about like every other fucking game out there nowadays, it's definitely a game you should play. So, anyway, check it out. This is Kamikaze Soundwaves. I hope you enjoyed my review. Thanks for watching. I cannot wait to tell you about the next game I'm going to play. And I'll see you then. Later.
Bravo.